So these are the materials: old pens, scissors, paper with scrap paper underneath, just in case. And I'm not sure how to record this. Here we are. Let's start with the pink one. Just unscrew the top, pull out the ink, then get rid of that stuff. Next, you have to cut it open to get at the ink. Thank you. I gave up and just pulled the top off. Sometimes that's the easiest way. Now you want to keep the top because that's going to be useful. Get all the extra ink off. Now you use the top and you stick it in order to get the ink out. It fits really well, it's perfect. Drawing directly with it doesn't work so well, so I just wipe it on my fingers. This is something you can try too, is rubbing the case in ink and then trying to get some fun designs. It can turn out well. It can also really not work. Watch out for the carpet. And I don't know if it comes easily out of clothes, but the ink will come immediately off your hands if you just wash it. I was kind of sad. I was hoping it'd stain a little and I'd have green hands, but it didn't work out that way. You can do lines, you can do squiggles, you can do fingerprint dots. And if you have squiggles from before, what I'm doing right now is just brushing out the squiggle. I'm going to get a little bit on this sheet over here because I love mixing stuff. Yes, dots. Very nice. Alright, so I'm done with the green, and I just pulled the lid off the pink because that's really the easiest thing. By the way, these pens are probably 5-6 years old. So I'm actually amazed that there's this much ink in here that hasn't dried up. I guess they were pretty good pens even though they didn't work as pens anymore. I'm doing this left side as dots, if you can't tell. This is really fun, by the way. This just occurred to me. I'm like, hey, dots. Yeah. I'm forcing the ink out with the tip there. Here's a close-up for you. You stick the end. Yeah, I can do it. You stick the end in the ink bottle and pull it out and just rub it all over your fingers. You get the picture. That's it for here. Right here what I'm doing is rolling the top over the little dots here. They've already kind of dried, so it's only slightly smudging them. But it's very fun. I just washed my hands. So now I have to wash them again. So here's the finished product. The pink on the left and on the right. Here are the red ones I did earlier. That was fun. Now here we are going to set up for the next project with the pencil shavings. Lay down some cardboard or placemats or newspapers or whatever, because otherwise the pencil shavings will get everywhere. There they are. They're just taken out of an electric pencil sharpener, put in plastic baggies, and they're about 3 years old or more. Here's some stuff I've done in the past. I usually just create them for backgrounds and then do stuff over them because they're nice and, you know, it's like a foggy type of thing. Alright, so here we go, we have the picture and I'm just dumping the shavings onto it. These pieces of pencil are kind of fun. It's really easy to get some nice shading in with those. Okay, so I have all this fluff. This is probably from a couple different pencils, judging by the colors there. We have the fluffs and we have the pencil shavings. I like doing these swirly things. That's my cat purring, by the way. She's very happy. I like doing circles, and it's easy to, when you grab the fluff like that, gives you some stuff to work with there. I have some swirls here. I figure I'm done. Just gonna gather that and dump it onto the next sheet. That's what I have. This is a lot of fun. I discovered this pencil shaving thing when I was like 12. And I've had a lot of fun with it. Alright. Time for the next one. There we go. if I can get some lines or anything. That's what's great about this, is you can just experiment with so many things, and you can always use scrap paper if you don't want to just use up a piece of paper. This is what I usually do when I can't think of anything to put. Well, there we go. These are my hands. They're pretty dirty, but it comes off really easily. To clean it up, you just dump everything onto the bottom piece and then fold the edges, and you can collect it and use it again or just throw it away. So you may wonder, what do you do with all the pieces of the pen? Ha 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 ha. Well, you know,